Hey, what's going on, beautiful Jellyfish? It's Tracy, and today I'm going to be doing a video on Cards I Loathe Part 3, and I feel like I've made like a lot of these, because like in a short span of time, just because I really like talking about Magic cards I absolutely loathe. And it's kind of funny because you would honestly think that a lot of these would be modern cards getting back into the format, but I haven't really played that much against too many other people, so I haven't really, you know, seen cards that I've been like, I absolutely hate that card. So basically these are all EDH cards for my EDH lovers out there, and these are cards, some of them are like revisits from cards that I remembered just really hating, like the first card, which is Krenko Mob Boss. Oh, I'll list the other two videos in the down bar below in case you want to watch them, because who doesn't like talking about cards that I hate? Okay, Krenko Mob Boss. Card just super broken, super unfair. In any sort of like EDH goblin builds. I don't really honestly remember why like this card came into my head to even put on this list, but I just really hate it. I think it's like super just aggressive, and just to be like, huh, I have all like these tokens and I'm just gonna like make more tokens. Like, card is just really incredible. And then you're running red, so you can run like Fervor and like Hammer of Perfo, so you can give all your stuff haste, and this just stupid. Card's dumb, makes me mad. Don't worry, I'll get more aggressive in this video, I promise. Wurmcoil Engine. This is a card run in EDH and also in Tron, and if you guys know anything about me, you know that I hate Tron. It's my #1 hated deck. Even if I win against Tron, it doesn't matter. I still hate my life and hate those cards and hate that deck. Like, nothing is gonna rectify this situation until they ban, like, a Tron land, which would be funny, I'm not gonna lie. I think that would be honestly the most hysterical thing they could probably do. Anyways, so Wurmcoil Engine is just such a hard card to deal with because, and like I get it, like I understand why this card is like super good, because it's like, it dies, but hey, guess what? You still get the 3/3s. You have to basically get rid of it to exile. And then it's just, if you don't, you're left with this 6/6 Death Touch Lifelinker. Like, what on earth? Why is this card printed? Why is it a thing? I hate it. It makes me so mad because I always associate this card with Tron. Paul runs it in Karn, and I'm like, I hate everything. Card makes me mad, damn it. Okay, this was a card that I honestly forgot about, and then someone was playing, I don't even remember who, at Mage's Sanctum, someone was playing dragons. And of course, when you're running dragons in EDH, you obviously have to run Dragon Tempest, because you're not a real Magic player if you don't, and this card's just freaking stupid. Whenever a creature with flying ETBs, it gains haste. That's just stupid, because you play this and that just means that your creatures you control gain haste, because you don't run non-flyers because you're running dragons. Hello, duh. So you do that, and that's stupid for 2 mana, I'm just gonna say, because think of cards like Fervor and Hammer of Purpose. Those are 3 mana, and Fervor just does haste, and Hammer does that stupid thing with the sack lands, but you basically never do that. Or Fires of Yavimaya, and that's green as well, but like, that's, and you sack it to give someone +2/+2, but like, that's still not even good enough. Irrelevant elephants. So, whenever a dragon ETBs, it deals damage where X is the number of dragons you control. Who authorized this? If you can have one or you can have the other, but you can't have both of those things for 2 bloody mana, dude. That's not cool. This card makes me really furious, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and I want to burn every copy of this card. I think it's stupid. I told you guys I would get more upset in this video as it progresses. Dark Depths. There's the whole stupid combo with this. Like, this is so dumb because you have the whole stupid combo with, I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's like you can remove all the counters with it. Or if you play like Vampire Hexmage, you could just like remove all the counters from it. So anyways, it enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters, and for 3 you can remove them. But guys, you're probably not going to be doing that. Or you have just like a ton of mana, and then you just like casually get like a 20/20 flying indestructible. And then you could just blink this card, and then if you're, in case your thing somehow manages to, it's going to be legendary, right? I'm assuming it's going to be legendary. And then, or if it's not, then you could just make another 20/20 flying indestructible. Does anyone see how good this is? It's stupid. Should not be a thing. Makes me mad. Okay. Primordial Hydra. This card ticks me off because you can have any number of counters with it. So basically it's literally good all game. Like, you top deck this on like turn 20 in EDH. Yeah, you have yourself a big dude. At the beginning of your upkeep, you double the number of counters on it, and it's trample. You could just one-shot someone with this card. What the hell? That's not cool. And then it just keeps getting bigger. Like, The whole thing, if it had trample, I mean, it just wouldn't really be as good. But still, like, doubling the amount of counters on it, unfair, card's dumb. Okay, so to be honest, I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't mention this in the other parts, because I really hate Omniscience, because it's just the most stupid card in EDH. And people look at this to be like, oh, you know, it's like 10 mana. But, you know, you play with all these mana rocks where 10 mana is like nothing. And you can play this card and just, you know, win the game. This card's dumb. Why wasn't this ever printed? Why did someone think, yes, we should totally make this card and it's going to be perfect in EDH because no other place is going to run this card. And then you could just cast all these cards for free and just win the game. Someone thought that was a good idea. Just let that sink in for a second. Person was not me, because if I were to go Wizards of the Coast, oh honey, things would be different. Eye of Ugin. Okay, you guys know my long time debate with the Eldrazi, with Tron, with Lantern Control. It just seems to be a recurring thing around colorless cards. A lot of my frustration tends to come out in colorless cards. And so Eye of Ugin is just really, really, really stupid. It's not a land. We're like just gonna see that. This is not a land. I mean, it doesn't tap for anything. It doesn't. But first off, it's got colorless spells, cost 2 less. I'm sorry, colorless Eldrazi spells. That's stupid. That's just dumb. Do you notice any other archetype in the game where their spells cost 2 less? I can think of, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's the white card. I run it in Angels. Urza's Incubator, where it's like cards of the chosen type. But that's also like an enchantment, and you also have to pay for that. This you can just pay for free. So dumb. And then it's got 7 and you tap it, and you can search for a colorless creature, reveal it, and put it into your hand. This is so dumb. Is this the one that's banned in Modern? I'm pretty sure it's the one that's banned in Modern, because Tron would run this too, and then you just search for Emrakul, and then they just win. And that's just really dumb, because this card's used in like my 2 least favorite decks, or 2 of my least favorite decks, which is Eldrazi and Tron. And it's just really freaking dumb. And don't be fooled by that, oh, it's 7 mana. Guys, you run the Tron lands, or you play this in EDH where you run like tons of mana acceleration and mana rocks, and you don't care about 7 mana. If there was one or the other on this card, I would be emotionally okay with it, but the fact that there's 2 of these stapled on here just makes this card absolutely busted and totally unfair. One good thing I will say about this card is they did a fantastic job with the art on this. The Expedition looks absolutely divine. Everything else's card about this can just die in a pit of fire. Okay. This is kind of a funny situation, a Chalice of the Void. So funny, before actually I filmed this video today, I was watching some Magic. Star City Dallas Fort Worth finally got put on YouTube, which was really exciting. You guys are going to be seeing this video much later on, so it's been on YouTube for a while at this point. I'm pre-filming a lot of videos. But it was funny is Paul really hates this card, and it's not that I've always been like, yeah, Chalice of the Void's like a really good Magic card. Like, it stops a lot of decks and it hurts a lot of people. And we were watching it and I was playing. Okay, so we were watching round 1 and I Steven something versus Jonathan something round 1 of the game, Burn versus Eldrazi. And Eldrazi plays Chalice of the Void on 1 for Burn. Now, listen, Burn still has other options. You know, you still have 2 mana things. You have, like, Lightning Helix, you have Boros Charm, you have a ton of other 2 mana things, but you do have a lot of stuff at 1 mana. You know, Bolt being a primary card in the Burn deck. You know, Grom Lavamancer, like, Monastery Swiftspear. So we Chalice of the Void on 1, and I was like, that's really good. And it's funny, though, because I'm thinking of my position right now in Grixis Control, where if someone were to, like, Chalice of the Void me, I'm assuming they're tapping all their mana, so I can probably just counterspell it, or assuming they don't have 6 mana where I can Chalice on 3 to Culligan's command it, because that would be like the pretty much thing I do, would be to Culligan's command it. I guess if they did it on 3, then I could always, no, it would get countered because I couldn't snap K-command it. Yeah, this card's just really stupid. Like, it's just, if it was a one-time thing, like Engineered Explosives, I always get these 2 confused, I don't know why, but if it was a one-time thing where it's like, oh, you know, like, one time we counter that spell and then we sack it. I would be more okay with that, but like the fact that this just stays on the board, and I know there's artifact removal like everywhere, but then it's like, but then you have to think about, well, what number are they Chalice of the Voiding for? Because if you're running like only one type of artifact hate and you can't deal with Chalice of the Void because they've chaliced for your like Wreck Sage, for example, like 3 mana, and then you're like, well, this really sucks. But yeah, I don't know. This card just seems super unfair and just not fun to play against. And it's just like, it reminds me of Blood Moon, which honestly I'm more okay with Blood Moon than this card. I don't know if that makes sense. But just a super not fun card to play against. Not a fan. I mentioned recently in a video, and I honestly can't remember what it was, Jin-Gitaxis. I know people have a lot of major issues with the Praetors in general. I'm personally a huge fan of Sheldred. I think she's like amazing and I love her. And I totally would have the option to run Jin-Gitaxis and Tasigur if I honestly wanted to. I'm actually getting a couple of cards for the deck. I need to pick up a couple of more cards, but Jin-Gitaxis is just super stupid. It's 10 mana, which guys, it doesn't matter. You're playing EDH. It doesn't matter. It's a 5/4. It's 10 mana, and then it's a 5/4 flasher. At the beginning of your end step, you just casually get to draw 7 cards. And your opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7. This just really says, like, I'm gonna play Magic, but you're not gonna play Magic. And I feel like this sounds super, like, I can't fully explain how, like, in competitive Magic, I'm okay with counter spells and hand disruption, but like in EDH, I'm such a different Magic player. I really am. I'm so much about, like, I don't want to say fair games of Magic, because like I do things that are like decently unfair. Like I played EDH last night and I like Zealous Conscript twin the entire table. I will say I did not tutor for those cards because I do have tutors in the deck, but I did not. I just top decked them and I was like, okay. So it kind of was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So am I gonna be like all innocent and be like, I never play with unfair Magic cards? Like, no, come on, it's untrue. But in EDH, I'm a totally different person. And like this card is just so like, you don't have fun though. Like you just don't play Magic. Sorry about that, guys. I'm baking some cupcakes right now. I need to fully finish my rant on Jin-Gitaxis. Yeah, it's just like super like not fun, and it's just a card that I really just can't stand. And if someone just plays this, depending on what's going on, I'm probably gonna scoop up my cards because I just can't cast Magic spells. And then they're playing blue, so they're probably playing counter spells, so if you try to kill it, they'll probably just counter it. So yeah, unfun. Card stupid. Okay, Possibility Storm. Guys, I've mentioned I hate chaos decks. I think they're stupid. And you know, it's funny is Paul and I were playing Plane Chase with this guy at Mages like a couple weeks ago, and Plane Chase to me really is just ultimate, like, I think the definition of chaos. You know, there's always something going on, and like some people are like, oh, it's the added element, like it kind of changes things up in the pace in EDH, which I totally understand. And we haven't played any sort of like different types of EDH games. Like I haven't done Emperor in a really long time, which I have always kind of really liked, and I would totally not mind replaying Emperor. Like Star, I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, different methods of EDH like that. Plane Chase, though, after playing with a bunch of Chaos cards, has really, really turned me off from Chaos, I would say, just in general. And Plane Chase, and I'm like, I'm never playing Plane Chase again. I'm fine with that. Or if I do, it's like where you go through the cards and take out the really, really unfair ones. Anyways, Tangent Time. So, Tangent Time. Oh my god, I love that. I just came up with that right now. That sounds great. Tangent Time, Tracy. Tangent Times with Tracy. Love it. Okay, hashtag. Let's make that a hashtag. Sounds great. So anyways, it's 5 mana. Irrelevant elephants. Let's be real here. Mana cost, who cares about that? That's irrelevant. Okay, player casts a spell from his or her hand. You exile that spell. So like that whole removal spell you were going to cast Possibility Storm, LOL fam, it's not a removal spell anymore. You exile cards from your library until you exile a card that shares a type with it. So say you cast an instant, you exile the instant, and then you look through your deck, you reveal cards until you cast another instant, which is really bad if you have like a counter spell or something, because that's really useless. That player may cast the card without paying its mana cost. Then they put all the cards exiled with Possibility Storm on the bottom of their library in a random order. Like, Why does something like this give people joy? I don't understand. I can understand, like, the satisfaction in casting, like, a Jin-Gitaxis and being like, ha 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 ha, my master plan is working, excellent. But, like, how do you have fun casting a card like this? I don't understand it. I don't get the joy of being like, ha ha ha, there's all, like, these magic piles and, you know, we're, like, chaosing and blah, so it's not fun. You may have fun and I don't understand you, because, like, this is just awful to me. I hate all chaos cards. They can all burn the pit of fire, and that's pretty much how I emotionally feel about the subject matter. Done. So that is it for Cards I Loathe. I feel like the video, the start usually is pretty light, and then we progress into this super aggressive version of Tracy about how I emotionally feel about these magic cards. So I really like to know what cards tick you guys off in the comments below. I mean, I reply to all my comments, but, like, really very cool to see what cards people get super salty about, because, you know, it's just great. So leave me a comment down bar below, and I will see you guys in my next video.